Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dylan James. I'm a mindset coach that loves to specifically focus on relationships. How are you doing today? I hope you all are having a lovely week. It's Tuesday. Hi, cuties. Before we get into today's video, remember that life is not happening to you, but happening through you. When you become the change you seek to experience, you're going to experience that change everywhere you go. You are showing the world how to treat you based on what you believe and feel about yourself, and you're creating your reality on a moment-to-moment basis, contingent on the meaning and the value that you assign to the things occurring around you. I don't think I've talked about this topic on my channel before, but in my previous video on my channel, I did a self-concept, self-image review in terms of building up your belief system for a specific area of your life. And in today's video, I want to expand on that a bit more. There was a point that I actually saw in my previous video, though, that I didn't finish the thought on, so I'm going to start with that. And in that video, I was saying how in some of my affirmation recordings, especially in the Purple Limitless Belief one that I put out, I believe like 2 months ago, there are some statements in that belief track that are straight up I am statements. And then there are some statements that are I am prioritizing being. Okay. The reason why I designed that belief track that way is because sometimes, depending on how deeply held a belief is that you have surrounding an area of your life, going straight with an I am statement to adjust it or change it may cause some resistance. So let's say you hold a belief like, I'm not confident, okay? In any context or any fashion of the form of that belief, okay? Coming in with a statement like, I am confident, if you know that you're not confident and you don't believe that statement and it's causing you distress to try to affirm or believe in yourself in that way, then a way around that resistance is to turn it into more of a growth process. So that's why in some of my affirmation recordings, I will say, or specifically in that affirmation recording, I had straight up I am beliefs, and then I did I am prioritizing being. So people that had resistance to the I am statements could get around that by viewing it and contextualizing it in more of a growth process way. So the reason why I'm sharing this here is because if you design your own belief track, which I may be doing more growth kind of style belief tracks on my channel too. But if you design your own belief track, if you know you struggle with a certain belief, then it may be more beneficial for you to put it in the context of I am prioritizing being, I'm becoming more, I am viewing, like viewing it more in a growth aspect versus just going to a straight up I am statement. And then over time, as you move through that resistance, you can switch over to purely identifying yourself that way. But I find viewing it from this more growth stance will, release that pressure of, like, let's say, again, to go back to that example, you hold a belief, I'm not confident, you're trying to affirm and believe I am confident. Typically how resistance will materialize is you're not. So when you say this statement, it doesn't feel good and you're beating yourself up and you're not feeling good about it. And then you're feeling like more of a failure because you can't integrate the belief. And then it just causes you to spiral even more. Okay. So there's always a way to get to your destination. And you don't have to just, feel like crap and push through it. If it helps you to view it as more of a growth process at the beginning and that releases a bit of pressure, that's going to help you move through it a lot more quickly. And then when you feel more confident, I'm becoming more confident, I am seeing myself as more confident, I am prioritizing being confident, right? If you can integrate it that way and you start to really see that change occur within yourself, then you can switch over to I am blank. Okay. So I didn't get to finish explaining that point because there are a lot of things that I talked about in that previous video, but I wanted to say this here to expand on that because I didn't want to just kind of leave a cliffhanger. I kind of said something very short about that in the video, and then I didn't expand on that point. Okay. So let's talk about today's topic, which is using influences to reinforce your beliefs. Okay. I think this is also another really important topic. Again, I don't think I've talked about this on my channel before, but especially from a career standpoint, this can be really beneficial, but also relationship standpoint as well. So in my own experience, I've always found myself gravitated towards people that have what I desire and really observing them and seeing why they have that. Like, what do they believe about themselves? How do they view themselves? Why do they speak that way? How are they presenting themselves? What behaviors are they materializing? What are they doing that is creating the experience that they have? Now, we know purely from a psychological level that your beliefs really do. This is not even a manifestational thing. If you were to do cognitive behavioral therapy, they're going to look at your core beliefs and the assumptions and the rules that you set forth for yourself and how that materializes your behavior. So, the key to really creating what you desire in your life is to get the beliefs in alignment first. And then you should start to materialize at the bare minimum the behaviors and that version of yourself that's able to sustain and create that experience. So, one thing to go back to using influences to create your beliefs, to go back to that topic, what I find would be very beneficial. Okay, I'm going to go at this from the career standpoint and then we'll go at it from the relationship standpoint, is to find somebody with whatever it is that you want to do. Find 2 to 3 people that have what you desire. Whether, I work with a lot of artists as well too. So it could be an artist that you like, 3 artists that you really like. From a career standpoint, it could be 3 CEOs that you really like. Maybe you don't want to be a CEO, maybe it's managers, whatever it may be. Find 3 people that have what you desire to create in your life. Okay. And study them for a bit. So I have a few artists that I really like. I will watch their interviews. I will see how they're talking about things. I'll look at their lyrics. I'll see why how they're presenting themselves. And I view my reality very differently now. So I don't just kind of look at it and watch. I really observe and ask myself, okay, they just said this or they're doing this. What belief is creating that? Why are they showing up that way? Why are they presenting themselves that way? Because your behaviors and how you present yourself is a manifestation of your self-image and your self-concept. So through studying these people, what you can really do is build up or understand why they're showing up the way that they're showing up and then begin to integrate those beliefs for yourself. Okay, so you're learning from their example. So in the previous video that I put out, I said you do want to get really detailed with the beliefs that you're creating for yourself. You don't want to just use these statements like I'm in an amazing relationship. You want to ask yourself, well, what does that actually mean? Okay, what is the foundation of a relationship? Communication, trust, intimacy, friendship, right? Good assumptions. So you want to find examples of people that have what you desire to create in your life and really observe them and see how they're showing up and why they're showing up that way, why they have the results that they have in their life. And through observing them a bit, not in a weird way, but like, yeah, observing them, watching, there's definitely plenty of artists that I've watched. One relationship that I really enjoy is Jay-Z and Beyonce, which you guys have seen me talk about on my channel before. Or even like Nicki Minaj, I'll watch her interviews. I'll see how she's talking, the lyrics that she puts in her songs. And I can very clearly see what beliefs she holds about herself in these areas of her life that creates her being able to speak in that way and present herself in that way and manifest and create that as her experience. So by watching these people that have what you desire, when you are building a belief track for yourself, what you can then do is see what it is that you want in your own unique expression in your own way that you want to create it, and then take these influences or these people that have what you desire that are successful and influence yourself in a way to integrate those beliefs as well through your own unique expression. So from a career standpoint, again, I would find 3 people that you really, really like that really have the results that you desire, and take some time to study them, see how they talk, see how they present themselves, see how they run themselves, and then ask yourself why. What beliefs do they hold about themselves in that area of their life that is creating that experience for them? And then if you've already taken the time to develop your own, get clear on what it is that you want and build up your own belief and gotten very detailed with that, you can add in those elements to help nurture and create that experience for yourself even more. Okay. From a relationship standpoint, I do also suggest this as well. So find 3 examples of a relationship that you enjoy. Like you see, other people having successful relationships, kind of, the easiest approach from this would probably be like more celebrity relationships, unless you have like personal friends, family members, whatever near you that have successful relationships that you enjoy. Just kind of see Like, okay, how are they interacting? How are they showing up? How are they behaving? How are they speaking? And based off of just observing them, you're going to be able to see what beliefs they hold and why they're showing up the way that they're showing up, why they're handling things the way they're handling things. And you're going to be able to pull from that and integrate that into your own belief system as well, too. So essentially, what I'm saying is, in previous content, actually, I'm going to take a step back. In previous content, I said you do want to be careful with how you're influencing yourself. So if you want to create a loving relationship, or let's start from that context, a loving relationship, listening to sad breakup songs all the time probably is not a good way to influence yourself. Watching depressing, like sad love movies probably isn't a way to be influencing yourself. And what you're doing on the daily really does matter. So what you want to begin to do is cultivate an environment that allows for you to believe in yourself, but also continually reinforces this knowing and this direction that you're creating for your life. And a part of that is finding people that have what you desire to create in your life, and observing them and integrating those beliefs and how they're showing up as a part of how you present yourself. This is not through force, though. Okay. So I'm not saying that you just watch somebody or something and then you pretend to act like somebody that you're not. Okay. As you integrate beliefs and as you influence yourself with consistency, you will naturally begin to materialize that experience. Before that occurs, you want to spend some time really getting clear on who that version of you is, what it is that you want to create, and pulling from different influences to inspire you and to give you the knowledge for how to build that version of yourself. And as you relax, stabilizing your nervous system, build up your belief system, and influence yourself in this way, you will begin to naturally materialize new behaviors, a new awareness of your reality, a new way of operating, and create that as your experience. So don't do anything if it feels forced. Don't try and pretend to be something that you're not. Take some time to observe your reality and develop a plan for yourself to integrate some new beliefs, get very clear on what it is that you want, pull from influences, stabilize your nervous system, create a good routine for yourself, monitor how you're showing up, how you are influencing yourself on the daily, and trust that with consistency and clarity and execution, you're going to be able to create what you desire. Okay. All right. That's all I have to say for today. Thank you for being here. I love you all so much. I hope you're having a good week, and I'll see you all later.